Video on how to use Span to create your outline. So first thing, as you know how to log into Span, go to span.nareva.com, enter your login credentials, like so. Log in and you will get to a screen that looks like this with all your canvases. So what you'll do is go up here and hit create canvas. And it will look like this. So there's three things I want you to do before you begin adding content. Where it says untitled canvas on the top left-hand corner, go up here, and I'd like you to write your name underscore outline. Okay, like that. And then I want you to share it with me. So where it says share up here, click on the blue button share. You will look for me, so invite me to search for me. As you can see, I'm called Jay Gandel. So just write Jay Gandel. You should see me and click on my name and click on add. Now I'm already me, so I can't add me. I'll just add someone else just to show you. Now, once you add my name, there's two other things you need to do here where it says send notification email. Please uncheck that. I would like to not receive 37 emails. And then click on share. You have to click on share. If you just close it, it won't share with me. So click on share and that should be done. If you want to check to make sure it's done properly, click on share again and you should see your name and my name, at which point you can close it. Last thing to do before you begin, these three dots up here, if you just click on them, where it says tag, if you could enter the tag outline. This way I will have it all in the same place. So you'll have to click outline, click on add, and then click, you should see it there, and then click on apply. Okay, so then the tag is there, so they'll all be organized for me. Now you're ready to begin. Now I've already started one, I've already worked on one, so I'm just going to show it to you. Okay. Now, see, the reason I like Span is because, oh, sorry, before I even get into the content, the background, so you can see the background is just black with these white dots. Again, if you click on these three dots up here, you can click on change background and you can get rid of the dots. You can use these mountains or the road map, which is nice for an outline. You can change the color, you can add numbers or not. Whatever you do is fine with me as long as it's easy to read. So this is my new background. So the reason I like Span is because you can kind of color code everything. You can move stuff around. You can organize it however you want. If you want it in a list or you want it to be diagonal or you want it like this, whatever way makes sense and will be useful for you. Now, I'll just show you what I did. So I put my topic, and this is all following the suggested outline. So at the top, state your main argument. So for mine is why Span is such a useful tool for brainstorming. Then here it asks for your opening anecdote. And you don't have to write it, just a note of what it will be. So my first time using Span in class. What a disaster! Ha 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 ha. What we're calling a nut graph here. So why does this story matter? And I'm saying student surveys show a high dissatisfaction with their colleagues' experiences. So you want those elements there first, and then you're ready for your first sub-argument, okay? I'll show you how I made this group in a moment, but just to show you that I have all of the elements here from the outline. Sub-argument number one, so what is Span? That's my sub-argument. My source number one, I think I'm going to start just with talking about the Nareva, what Nareva is, and that's from the Nareva website. Another good thing about about Span is that you can include links. So let's say my first source is from this website, nareva.com. You can add a link. So you go to the URL, copy the link, go back to Span, and if I just click on the text here and these three dots and add link, and I can paste my URL here, and then there's a link. So when I click on, if I click on here, and the little chain link fence, it will take me to the website. This way, within your outline itself, you can have links to your research if there are URLs, which is useful for you. So I'd like you to do that, to add links where necessary. So then I had this source, does technology help in the classroom, which is from this website. So we'll copy the URL, and I can put that link here, add link, and it's all nice and pretty, right? Scene, so I'm going to have a scene of my first training session with Span. I have some ideas for some dialogue I might use here, some literary techniques I might use. Now, you don't necessarily have to use all of these components in every single argument, but you can. So I'd like you to think about them. Okay. Another interesting thing about span is if I was looking at this website and I'm like, oh, this is a cool picture that I could actually maybe use in my article, you can save it and put it right in there, and then it's like, oh, I have this picture that I might use in my article already in my outline. There's a visual element. So that's something else you can do. I'll show you how I did this with another argument. So I've written out a second subargument. So let's say my second subargument, working in different modes activates different parts of student brains. And I have all of these different things. Research number 1, multimodality in education, which is from here. So I'm going to copy the URL, put it here. I have the second piece of research, which is from a PDF, so I can't put a link. Scenes, you know what? There's no scenes. I don't think I can use any scenes here, so I can just write no scenes, or you can just leave that out. I have some dialogue from minor interviews, people talking about how they like using their cell phones in class, some literary techniques, perhaps ethical arguments, or some imagery, and then you have this. Now, in order to group it together like this, see now I can, I can move all this. It's very easy to do. You click on group and you'll get this. And let's say I want to call this sub-argument number 2. And what I do is I take it out here and just wrap it around, wrap it around all of this text. You'll see it kind of clicks into place. And then like magic, I can move all these things around, okay? I can put this picture in this group if I want to. In the first one, just make it a bit bigger. And then you'll see it just locks in there, right? Now the good thing about this is now my outline, I can work with it. It's not just static. Let's say I'm like, you know what? I think this subargument would be better before this one. I can just move them around, right? And then I'm like, you know what? I think this scene would actually work better in here. And I think this piece of research would work better in here. You can move stuff around very easily. So it's a good way to do rapid brainstorming like that. Okay, what I'll do is I'll share this canvas with you guys if you want to take a look at it, but that is essentially how you would use span to create your outline. Have fun!